Everyone loves zombies, but no one even bothers to check the custom zombie Easter eggs. Today on this show we are showing you how to do the abandoned school Easter egg on zombies. Hello guys, I'm Tree Nightmare, and this is the first and hopefully a long-running series of how to do Easter eggs in custom zombie maps. Now the reason for this show is that all the other YouTube channels already show you. There's plenty of other channels that show you how to do Easter eggs on the originally released maps by Treyarch, but I've not found one that have actually shown you how to do the Easter eggs on custom zombie maps. So here we go. First map we're doing for this episode is called Abandoned School. Now, Abandoned School is actually a pretty decent map. If you haven't played it, I'd give it a download right now. And, try doing all this by yourself. It is a pretty fun map. So there is two Easter eggs on this map, the music Easter egg and the main Easter egg. The music Easter egg is straightforward. Find the 3 rocks and you get an awesome tune. I don't know what the tune's called, but it's pretty awesome, and I'll find a link for it down in the description somewhere. I'll quickly show the locations of the 3 meteorites. One is in the gymnasium, right next to one of the box locations. The second one is next to Juggernaut, in one of the lockers. And the third one is in the Pack-a-Punch room on a chair, next to the teleporter. The main Easter egg is quite a long one, and I gave it a difficulty rating of Average Joe. Basically, you need some skills to be able to do it, but you don't need to be a master. Before we start this Easter egg, I want to give some recommendations on what perks and weapons you should have for this Easter egg, as some are required and some will just help you in the long term anyway. So, to start, perks, Juggernaut. If I don't actually declaim Juggernaut at any point, that's because you can't get it. Speed Cola, Stamina Up, Electric Cherry, PhD Flopper, or Quick Revive as your fourth slot. The reason for this is because PhD Flopper will help you with your ray gun, grenades, and any other type of weaponry you got like that, whereas Electric Cherry will help you when you're swarmed by zombies and you need to get out of there very fast. Now, I've recommended Stamina Up because of the boss zombie, and we'll go over the boss zombie a bit later, and I've only recommended Quick Revive if you aren't playing solo, because you will go down, and I've done it. Then it's not your fault, trust me. I know the feeling. Alright, so weapons I'll recommend is the jet gun. And now, before you wonder why I'm recommending the jet gun, it's actually required as part of the Easter egg, so you're going to have it. I also recommend the tactical insurgents, which you can get from the box, as they will act as a monkey bomb but won't explode, so they're great ways of getting easy kills. But they're also a required item, again, for the Easter egg. So before we get into the Easter egg steps, I better explain how you set the game up, because this is one of those maps where you can change the settings before you start. You must go on with the default settings, including the boss. Unfortunately, yes, you have to go on with the boss, and he is a pain. So before we continue, I'll quickly talk about the boss and why he is a pain in your ass. The boss is a guy called Slasher, I believe, but I've come down to calling him Bruce. Anyway, Bruce is one of those bosses who is not round-based. That means he can spawn at any time, like right after you kill him. He is also faster than you, so if you're trying to run, make sure you've got stamina up or you're going to die. I cannot stress that any more than I'm doing now. This is also why I recommend Speed Cola, as you'll be able to reload, turn around and shoot him faster, and also Electric Cherry, because it does actually do quite a lot of damage, although it's been nerfed in the current patch. So, on with the Easter egg. Our first step is finding the plunger. The plunger can be found in several different locations, however, it's only spawned in 2 different locations for me, so they're the only 2 I can show you. The second step is quite simply to unclog the toilet. Obviously what you're going to do with a plunger, there's no sinks that work, so it's got to be a toilet. Disgusting as it might be. Once you do that, you'll get a key. And for step 3, you'll need to open the office door next to Juggernaut. This will give you access to a small office room, and you'll be able to access the radio. The radio is important. For step 4, we need to activate the radio, where you will receive a message saying required a charged fuse. Now for step 5 and 6, I recommend you do these together, as it will save you a bit of time. For this step, you will need the jet gun. Step 5 involves you finding the fire alarm around the map and then activating it. This will cause your screen to go red, and you'll be looking for a symbol on a TV screen. Once you have found that symbol, run to the teleporter as fast as you can, and make sure you activate the teleporter while the screen is still red. If you have failed to do so, you will not be able to do the next part of the Easter egg. But as long as you are there, you can Pack-a-Punch, do whatever you like. Just stay there for as long as you want, and it will work perfectly fine as long as you've managed to get to the first teleporter before the screen has gone clear again. Step 6 is to get on the teleporter in the Pack-a-Punch room. This is where you will be teleported to a new room with a bunch of symbols around. You want to find the symbol that was yours and activate it. Then the fuse will spawn on a few boxes in one of the corridors off the outer side of the room. You will then want to use the jet gun on it to cool it down and pick it up. Step 8, you would want to put the fuse in a fuse box as it's not powered yet, and then you want to be collecting zombie souls around the fuse. This will be very easy, and I do have a strategy for this. Pretty simply, run around it in the gymnasium, collect as many zombies as you can, and bring them to the room with Speed Cola. They can be killed anywhere in the room as far as I can tell, and there's no real range limit as I've been able to shoot people right next to Speed Cola, and their soul has still gone into the machine. For step 9, you'll need 35,000 points. Go back up to the radio in the office and insert the charged fuse. Once you have done that, you require 35,000 points to activate the radio. From here, you'll have 8 perk slots, and you'll get a little message telling you what to do for the next step. Now, even if you're not planning to finish the map through Easter egg, I still think you should do this, as everybody gets 8 perk slots. And that is just a wonder in its own, isn't it? Once you are ready, and make sure you are ready because you're going to have to fight for your life, get everybody to the roof and throw a tactical insurgent. Once you've done this, all the doors will be barricaded off, so you are not able to leave. You will then have to survive for 2 minutes, and once you have done that, you'll finish the map. There is a quick tip here, and that is, if you throw more tactical insurgents, they will spaz out the timer. So you still have to refer to the 2 minutes that you first had, but the timer will still show the new time, the current tactical insurgent that you've already thrown. Also, you will spawn more Bruces this way. And there you have it, you would have done the Easter egg on Abandoned School. So, in my opinion, this one isn't exactly hard, and I think anybody can do it. That's why I gave it such a low rating. The only pain on this map is the boss. He is the biggest pain I had while making this video, and it's just another dent in the road on trying to succeed in your history. Bruce is an extremely fast entity, and he can spawn so many times in a round. I had him 4 times at round 8, and I'm not even joking. Now, this would be understandable if he was an easy boss, but sometimes he doesn't drop anything. When I say sometimes, I mean most of the times, so prepare to be disappointed if you're taking him down. I do have a few other tips before we end this video. If you do come up against Bruce, run. That's my only tip. Bruce is faster than you. He's faster than the zombies. The best thing you can do is run. If you're training a group of zombies alone, run, and then he will get ahead of the pack. You can take him out that way. A quick few things to point out here. He is not affected by any of the drops like any other boss zombie. So it's just a normal game there. I also really wouldn't recommend using the jet gun on him, because it does nothing other than give you a few points that you're not going to be able to do anything with when he kills you. Also, my second tip for this map is pretty simple, the jet gun. The jet gun gives you a fuck ton of points in this map for some reason. I don't know why, but I was getting 5,000 points easily. Have a look at this video. That is kind of unnecessary for me, but I'm happy with it. If you can get double points as well, you're sitting on an easy 10 grand in one round. I mean, I don't really know. The earlier you get this gun, the earlier you can get the Easter egg done, so why not? It's definitely a bigger improvement over Transhit than any other gun I've ever seen. So I've also got 3 running spots for you guys. You can pick whichever one you want, but I recommend the pool as it's the biggest of the 3. The first one, of course, is the pool. It's where you turn on the electricity, and it just requires you running around in the pool. The pool is one of the biggest areas on the map. It does have a little bit of an issue getting out of the pool, however, there is a small little tip I can give you for actually getting out of the pool, and that's if you run towards the ladder head on and jump at it, it will decrease the amount of time you'll require to climb the ladder so you can survive more efficiently, especially if you've got a whole train of zombies behind you. Second place I recommend is the gym. It's not as big as the pool, but it definitely has enough room for you to run around in. Unfortunately, it does have 2 spawn points right in the gym, which cuts off a lot of your room. But it's great to get points up straight early in the game, especially if you spawn on the side of quick revive, as this is one of the maps that allow you to spawn on 2 different sides. The last place I recommend is Jug. Now, I recommend this place the least out of any other place in the map, as you're required to open 2 doors. One of them will drop you down to a PhD flopper, and the other will take you to the roof. You'll require these doors for 2 reasons. Running around in the Jug area is not exactly safe, but it's doable, especially if you've stopped 3 people. From here I also say go to the roof so you can drop down from the roof to get back to Jug, and if you're still stuck then you can jump down from Jug to PhD Flubber. If you're still stuck then you can also run from PhD Flubber to the pool. That is all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've got any ideas for maps that we should definitely do for this series, let me know in the comments. Also, I'd just like to say this has been my favourite Easter egg so far. I know it's the first episode, but I've actually been able to work this Easter egg out without any other guidance, which kind of actually makes me quite happy on its own. So yeah, I thought that'd be a great first episode start, as you guys could probably do this without even watching this video. But I thought I'd do this video anyway, give you guys a bit of a look into it. Great map, great Easter egg, terrible boss, get him out of the map, but the rest of it is good, and I think you guys should definitely play this map. Right, thanks, bye.